Hey guys, I'm back, fresh off the iron. Don't mind the actual terrible haircut hair I got going on. um, this I do apologize about the delay here and how long it's been since I've been on here. Some major stuff has happened in this new year so far. I've got a therapist. We've talked about that stuff I was mentioning there. Um, I'll be starting a men's group soon. Actually, I've met somebody the universe brought into my life for a men's group here. So that's going to be exciting. Overall, there is still a lot of dread, a lot of fear, um, shame, all of that daily at work. It's seemingly shifting. Um, like I could go back here and like say here's an example. Today is going absolutely amazing, and I mean it. In the morning I came into work saying I'm going to stay open today, as in open with my heart. And this is, and the thoughts after that where this isn't so bad, I'm going to figure this out because I'm at a job where it involves some pretty heavy um, understanding of electronics and whatnot. So for years my mind has been like, oh no, we don't want to do that, we're going to fail, fear of failure, etc., etc., whatever it may be. Anyway, um, yeah, just keeping my heart open and keeping my mind open and being like, hey, this day is a new day. It came down to, you know, I said, I love work. My day is going great. When I smiled and I brought my joy to other people. So that was great. Not every day is like that. There's still a lot of dread going into work where I'm like, oh, this again, ugh, this again, ugh, why me? Essentially self pity, a lot of that. I'm getting out of the pattern though. I know I create my reality. Nobody else does. Um, Comparing to the shift from last year, things are accelerating very, very fast. I got a therapist. I got that friend who has similar issues as I do that we're starting the men's group. Um, I'm gonna hopefully buy a white van pretty soon here. I gotta open a savings or check-ins account today, so I can get money out because I know what's gonna happen with AI and stuff. I'm gonna put a prediction out here right now. Right, meow? Prediction for AI. Next 5 years, I'm saying 50% of the jobs are gonna be gone, give or take, um, or even less potentially, because once robotics comes into play, humans are just not gonna be needed anymore for most jobs. I've been told I am a being of the future, and so I trust myself in that regard. Um, Also, yeah, there's that. Um, so I gotta buy this van before then, and because the prices will go exponential again, and I can't have that happen because I need to live on the road. There's no other option for me. I need to live on the road, um, and everybody else is going to think the same thing. So I say in 5 years or less, most jobs will be gone, 50%. Um, the dynamic of how we live is going to change. Everyone's going to be looking for like what gives them purpose and meaning beyond work because work is not going to be around anymore. And so there's a huge opportunity to build um, a foundation around helping the people that don't know what they're going to do without work, what their purpose is going to be. Um, and and as well, there's going to be a lot of fear and a lot of shame and a lot of doubt and a lot of blaming, a lot of back and forth between the aisles of the political spectrum. There's going to be just pandemonium as well. So they, the divine has brought us down here, at least for me, to be a stable foundation for other people. As well, in regards to my life journey in this men's group I'm going to be starting, or I am starting. I mean, we've got the name down and I've got some business cards I'm creating right now, but that's going to be a huge foundation for trajectory to bring my trajectory into the future, into my confidence. Anyway, uh, last year was just about a bunch of doubt, a bunch of shame, a bunch of, poor me, poor me, poor me. I was unemployed back then. I'm employed now, so that's huge. It's nice having somewhere to go every day instead of sitting in my apartment all day. That was huge downfall for me. Back when I got back when I came back to my apartment, that's not the right saying. Back when I came back, um, when I got back here into the state from traveling, I was like, man, no wonder why I'm depressed. I'm trapped between these four walls. I'm not living. I'm not living my soul path. And that is one of the biggest reasons why I'm unhappy here. I can decorate it however I want, but this is not my soul path. This is not where I'm meant to be. I'm meant to be living on the road. But anyway, I'm going to be doing hospice soon, potentially next Tuesday, because the person is declining. Always sharing my love and spreading my love and what love I do have. There's so much fear, though. There's so much fear. I'm going to be able to come back to this, but there's so much fear. Fear of failure, fear of saying the wrong thing, of going into my shell, of things that could happen and potentially will. Fear of not being able to consider their feelings and their wants and needs above my own, or going into my shell and then, or talking about myself too much. There's a lot of fear there, a lot of fear. Um, the biggest fear is failing, as well. Just so many other things. Like, I don't want to. I care about them. I do. Like, I don't want them to have a bad experience or feel uncared for. And if I can't care enough for them beyond myself at hospice there, I don't know. I don't want to fail this. I'm not going to fail this. But there's so much fear there. And then as well, I'm going to be telling a friend about my men's group and what's involved there and why I'm a good person to be in there. And there's a lot of fear there too. Fear of rejection from Marina. Fear of, and I've been every response I have to her in person is stressed out. Is, if I say the wrong thing, she'll leave me, or she'll stop being my friend. But then again, is that a good friend if she'll leave me over one comment? And no, it isn't. But I also hate being rude, and I don't want to be rude, and I want to consider all aspects of her and her beliefs and my beliefs and myself. But I also know that, like, once this initial euphoria of having a friend like this dies off, once I let my guard down, she'll see that I mainly care about myself. It's mainly out of self-preservation. And that's the biggest, hardest thing. To, number one, admit to myself. It's self-preservation in the fact that I'm fearful she's going to leave, so I have certain responses. If I wasn't fearful anymore, if I was comfortable with her, my responses would be more laissez-faire, but they would not take into consideration her a lot of the time, because I barely think about other people. I mean, I think about other people a heck of a lot, but usually it's in reference to myself. It's starting to shift where, I think about my parents, I think about my coworkers and what their lives are, how they're living, how they feel about certain things when I'm talking. But then it's like overwhelming too, because if I'm thinking about their feelings at all points in time and how to respond, then I'm not listening to them, because I'm already trying to generate a response when they're talking. And so it's very exhausting. It's like I'm trying to take into account how they're feeling and stuff while they're talking, but then at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man. It's so exhausting. This year's going great overall for progress. Like, I've made significant progress, but man, it's tiring. And I mean, I don't need any rest. I've already rested for 6 months, even if it wasn't a rest. My rest is going to be helping other people. It's not going to be doing anything for me anymore. I started to realize that too. I took a couple ayahuasca trips, and both times it was like, hey, you have to find your love, you have to give love. That's what I've been getting told by the universe again and again and again and again. As well, it was, why am I trying to control things? Whenever I try and control things, whether it's my emotion, how I should express, how I should be in any given moment, it's not being genuine to myself. It's not being genuine to my soul. Um, so there's that. Uh, I'm pretty emotional right now because there's a lot of overwhelm. A lot of overwhelm. Um, the stuttering is pissing me off. Stuttering at work, stuttering in front of Marina. I overthink that. But I mean, there's positive attributes of what I've done here. It's, you know, volunteer opportunities with hospice. Um, there's a lot of pain still, though. There's a lot of pain. And I'm just not sure how to heal that pain yet. Because I do suppress the pain when it comes up, whether it's crying, whether it's happy. I'm just like, this isn't appropriate right now. When I'm in my car or even anywhere, I'm just like, man, I don't want to deal with this right now. At least I can be honest with myself. But it's like, I've been experiencing joy too and like suppressing that because I don't feel like I deserve it. There's a lot of shame. Um, but it's improving. It's improving. I'm feeling more and more joy day after day. Like today, I'm doing fucking great. Um, I already made some food in the morning. I'm going to be making some blueberry bars for people at work, which will be great. I got that going on. I already did some men's group stuff this morning, and yeah, finding some stuff at the thrift store last night that the universe gave me. Um, but as for my trip to enlightenment, if you've ever read the map of consciousness, I'm at about 200 right now in courage. Um, it's a turning point for sure. I'm getting into the higher vibrations. I'm closer I'm a lot closer than I think I am to shifting my trajectory here from self-loathing, guilt, shame, feeling bad for self, um, feeling like others have to take care of me, et cetera, et cetera. Those are a lot of feelings I have because I was raised in a environment that encouraged my younger self to just stop trying. So I've never actually tried at things really, and somehow I still got to where I am today. Somehow I've still got 3, 4, or 5 amazing jobs that I've had. I've either left them or they've fired me at most of them, but like I still went through college with all that shame, all that guilt. I still accomplished some great ass things even during that time. So I must be pretty damn smart. Um, what can I do when I tell myself I can do this? And that's where I'm at today is like I'm starting to believe, I'm starting to understand that hey, I can do this. I just have to put in the effort. And there is an aspect of me that doesn't want to do it. That says, "Oh, we can't do that." But it means I don't want to do that. And then it's like, "Why don't I want to do that?" And then it's fear of failure. It's like, "Well, I don't want to feel the shame and the guilt and all the anger towards myself when I fail." That's the biggest limitation right now is knowing that. Well, it's not a limitation because I'm starting to try, but like just knowing I feel like a ping pong ball in my head all the time. Because I got so many different angles I'm trying to tackle every day. It's like I got the van life, I got the men's group, um, I got a book I want to eventually write. Those things are way in the future, but they do keep in my mind. Uh, I've got Oh, wow. So my pen's literally just pointing at what I need to do right now. Yeah, my soul does this sometimes where it takes control of my body and then just starts pointing at things and being like, "Hey, bro, you gotta like do that." So like, yeah, what I'm doing today is not pertinent to it. It's stuff I need to do, but it's not of immediate impact. I have that hospice volunteer work going on Tuesday, and I need to get that done. I need to understand how to be present and be there for them by Tuesday, which it's Saturday today, so I don't have that many days, and I have a lot of love though, that's for sure. A lot of love. Once I can unlock it, I was told by a healer of mine that she got an image of a really strong guy like shoving my heart, like essentially Arnold Schwarzenegger, shoving my heart into place, like to try and keep it small. Um, because yeah, that's the case. Anyway, all right, this is just an update. Hopefully, all you guys are doing well with the new year and everything. Um, I'm noticing a lot of shifts, man. A lot of shifts. Did I mention in the last video that I got my soul path now too? Beyond the beyond the men's group, beyond writing a book, beyond traveling with my white van and my friend right now, but going to be wife, going to be, you know, we're soulmates. I know it. The universe has already said like, hey, let it happen organically because I'm already getting too excited. Not ideal, not ideal, but so oh yeah. So my soul path is I'm a starseed, as it turns out. I'm a starseed. And yeah, everybody says they're a starseed. Everybody says, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Um, I have a belief that a lot of people in the spiritual community don't know what they're talking about. Because of my personal experience that I don't know what I'm talking about. So like people can generate information, be like, oh, I know this. I know I'm a starseed. I know I am, yeah, like, oh, I know what the fourth dimension is like. I know what the fifth dimension is like. I know all these things. And I'm getting ahead of myself in ego, but you can realize when somebody's in their power and you can realize when somebody is not. You can understand that, hey, this person is speaking from what they actually do know, and this person is speaking from what they've read. How are their expressions? How is their understanding? What are they like? Um, anyway, back to it. I'm a starseed. I'm a hadarian. Hadarian? I come from the planet called Hadar, I guess. Yeah, I've never really felt human here, so that's the biggest thing. Learning to be human and not of it. They gave me like a 5-step plan here. Learning to be human and not of it. Understanding that I'm not alone here. I have friends. I have community. Um, my biggest mission here. Well, I have two. I have a lot of missions. I looked up my gene keys too, and they're saying I'm a being of the future. I have a seed of the future within me. I have so many plans for this life that I'm not going to be able to fulfill them in one life. I agree. I agree. I have so many different aspirations. Like, honestly, I see, for that men's group, I see us helping like tens of thousands of men. But anyway, I'm a Hadarian starseed. I'm supposed to go to Australia, Teotihuacan Pyramid, the pyramids of Giza, a few other places that I'm unaware of right now, to reverse some dark energetic portals as well. I'm supposed to ground some light codes from the universe. As well, there's something about technology too. Like I'm supposed to develop some sort of. This might be it. This might not be it. I got a vision of beaming like a huge tunnel of light out of a pyramid. And like the pyramid was in like different dimensions. It's like when you see a psychedelic vision, I mean you're twisting an image or twisting a 3D image and you see the different colors. It'll be like red, orange, blue, green. It was like that. It was twisting in kind of a black space all around it, and then there would be a giant beam coming out of it and kind of grounding all of those colors into the earth. Um, as well, I keep getting a vision of being around like 8 different people, 9 different people, and I don't know if it's sound healing or if it's like men's group. It could be either one, and I'm guessing it's men's group right now. And then also, I had got a dream about being in Australia, um, doing sound healing under a rock. And as it turns out, it was under like a big like overhang rock. And as it turns out, I was doing my vision board, and this was before I knew that was Australia in that dream. I just knew I was like, what? That's kind of weird. Okay. Um, and then I was making my vision board, and I'm like, hey, I kind of want to go to the coral reefs there, the Great Coral Reefs or Barrier Reef, and I put Australia on my vision board. And then I was reading back in my dreams, and I'm like, or yeah, I was reading back my dreams, and I'm like, oh, there's okay, wait, Australia on my vision board. Then I was going to this site about the Earth's the crystal grid of the Earth. Essentially, it was talking about that and the different locations on the Earth where you can interface with different chakras of the Earth, essentially. And one of them was called Uluru, Australia. And so I went to Google Maps and I looked it up, and boom, that was the exact place I saw in that dream. And that was 3 months previous to even putting that um, on my vision board. So one of the 3 different things I'm supposed to do here on this earth. I have so many different things, man. It's overwhelming. So first is men's group. Second is building out this van in the next 8 months, because I got a lease that is like going to run out. Third is healing the earth with light codes, is interfacing with the crystal grid of the earth. I got that from an oracle deck here, where I had been called to go to a specific metaphysical store at a certain time, and then I went there and I got the deck, and I felt the energy from the deck, which I had never felt before in my life. I pulled it, I'm like, yeah, this resonates completely with who I am. And then like everything lines up, because I'm a boss man, essentially. I boss people around, which isn't ideal, but in the situation of creating an empire of helping people, or creating just creating Anyway, I gotta go. But talk to you guys later. Yeah, sorry about the quick ending there. I was just cooking food. So anyway, see you later.